And again, it's another day and another nail design. I'm going in with some more wintry nail designs this time, opposed to any holiday or Christmas nail designs. They were inspired by wrapping paper, but overall I think they turned out more of a wintry nail look than anything, and I'm quite pleased with the way it turned out. I'm going in with my peel-off base coat this time from Hollow Taco. I decided to use a peel-off base coat because I am going to be using some glittery polishes, and if you've used any glitter polishes before, you know as well as I do that they are a pain in the butt to get off after you're done with the nail design. You end up with glitter stuck on your nail that you cannot get off for the life of you. I have tried acetone and I find still it's on there, and I have to file them off or just live with them being on there. And I'm not interested in doing that this time if I don't have to. So I'm going in with one of my favorite peel-off base coats. This way I know that I can peel off the design after, and there should be no glitter left on my nails after the fact. And I am so happy about this. This means I can move on to my next nail design and keep going without having to worry about getting glitters everywhere. I'm just going on, making sure that I got everywhere. Looks like for a second there I thought I missed a bit on my pinky nail. I'm also doing the underside of my nails as well, just because a lot of time when I'm putting on nail polish and wrapping the tip with the color, I will get a bit underneath my nails. So I want to make sure that while I'm doing this glittery nail, that I can get those glitters off afterwards. I find it's different based on different glitter nail polishes as well. Like the one you can see, like the glittery polish on my other hand, that one wouldn't leave as many glitters because the glitters are more fine than anything. But with the glittery look I'm going for today, it is more likely to leave them on there. I think just because the glitters are a little bit bigger. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a glitter expert, although I think that'd be a cool thing to be. But either way, I am excited to be able to do this without making much of a mess. This base color I'm using, this beautiful blue, is again from Hollow Taco. And it does have some really fine holographic glitters in there. I am not worried about these guys staying on my nail at all. Even if I didn't have the base coat on there, I am pretty sure they would come off. They're just basically a part of the color pigment at this point. And they don't usually stay on the nails. It's the next color I'm going to use that I'm more concerned about. Not that it's a big deal to have glitters on there, but I like to be able to move on to the next nail art design, next manicure, when I'm ready, and I don't want glitters holds me back from that. So I'm just going on and trying to make sure I get everywhere colored at this base blue. I find a lot of the time when I'm using glittery nail polishes that it's nice to have a base color on there that's the same color as whatever glitter you're going to use. That way you don't have to worry about the glitter polish not being glittery enough if the glitters are a bit more sheer, I guess. If they're more spaced out, more scattered, then this way you're kind of covered. You could do 2 coats of the glitter polish, and then you won't even notice if it's not covering completely because they will have that blue underneath. I have a hard time getting glitter polish to look very opaque, and I've not been able to master the, what is it called? The sponge technique of putting glitters on there. I don't know what it is, if I'm not using the right sponge or anything, but the glitters always stay on the sponge instead of on my nail. So I find this way works just as well. I might be using more nail polish, but that's okay with me. It doesn't bother me too much, and I'm okay with the overall look. I think it worked quite well, to be honest. That's just my opinion, though. And I'm the one doing my nails, so take it as you will. I'm just finishing off my second coat to make sure that the color really shines through and that it'll match the kind of deeper color of the glitters I'm using afterwards. I find it helps if you get as close as possible with the glitter color. That way it's less noticeable that you have the color underneath. And it just kind of blends in as the overall look. But I guess that also depends on what you're looking for. Some people want to be able to see the color underneath, and that's okay as well. That's the beauty of nail art. You can kind of just do whatever you want and just keep rolling with it. Now I'm going to go in and use the glitter polish on top. This is a beautiful glimmer polish. I'm pretty sure it's from Fun Lacquer. It's quite gorgeous. I love it. The polishes are a bit scattered, which is beautiful. It's the way it's supposed to be, which is why I like to have that color underneath. So you can't tell as much, and it just looks like a beautiful glittery polish. And it goes on quite nicely. It's not clumpy, it's not too thick, and it looks gorgeous. Just going on, trying to get not to have too much on my nail brush as I put it on there, just because otherwise I find it runs everywhere, and I keep getting nail polish on the piece of wood that I'm using. And well, that's okay. I know it's going to happen eventually. I'm trying to minimize it for right now and not get too much on there. And look at those. I love how it looks. I love holographic nail polish. I love glitter, so this is right up my alley. I think it looks beautiful just as is. I really don't think I needed to go farther, but I wanted to for the nail art design. Now I'm going in after it's dried a bit and adding little snowflake stickers on there. I am purposely putting them all over the place right now and not focusing on one nail at a time because I want to get different snowflakes on different nails. I don't want a bunch of the same snowflakes right beside each other because I find it's more authentic to what real snowflakes look like and how they fall down from the sky. And I find it just kind of looks, just in my opinion, less interesting if I have the same snowflakes on all of my nails. It just kind of looks more repetitive. Just keep going on there with different ones. I'm trying to keep an eye on which one I'm putting on there to make sure they're not too many similar ones back to back. And just kind of adding them in there. Just carefully tapping them down. This is one of the hard parts of having a peel-off base coat, is because if you're adding stickers on before it's ready, and I'm never really sure when ready is. I think when everything's dry, you should be good. But if they don't stick on there nicely, it will peel off all the layers of nail polish, and you'll kind of be left without any manicure at all, which is unfortunate. So as you can see, as I'm putting them on there, I am going back and pressing down on some of the other ones, and just kind of making sure that everything looks how it should and that nothing's peeling away from the nail. And just again, carefully putting them on there. I am also trying to be careful not to tap on the other nails too much with my fingernails as I'm tapping on the stickers, if that makes any sense at all. But with having long nails, that is inevitable and it does happen, so you just kind of have to roll with it. And hope the nail polish on the other nails is dry enough that this is not going to destroy the manicure. Sometimes it does, which is why I find it's better just to wait for everything to dry before I start adding extra designs. But sometimes I forget to do that, and I just ruin the nail art. It just seems to be the way it is. For me at least, because I like to speed through manicures. Just because there's so many beautiful ones to do, and I want to see it done and beautiful on my nails. Like, look at how gorgeous that looks. It is absolutely stunning. I'm now going in with my top coat just to make sure the glitter stays on there and the nail stickers. You really want to make sure that when you're doing this, that all the nail sticker is covered in the top coat, because this will help keep it on the nail. If it wasn't perfectly stuck before, as the top coat dries, it will stick on there regardless. Although, if it's already starting to peel, the top coat will not help. It will just keep peeling, and the top coat will just make it a bigger mess. And just keep adding that top coat. Make sure you get around to the edges and the side walls, just to make sure everything's covered and is going to stay on there. I find this is really important with peel-off nail polish as well. Just because if you're planning to peel it off, I find having a good layer of top coat on top makes it easier to peel off. If you don't have that top coat, it's a bit thinner and it's harder to peel off. although this may allow your manicures to stay on your fingernails longer. I usually have 2 to 3 layers of top coat on there depending on what I'm doing, and I find this does make the nails pop off a bit easier after you start peeling. So just whatever you need to do with your nails, that's how you should work it. And this is how they turned out. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful. And thank you so much for watching.